I randomized my hardcore Nuzlocke. This means each route will not have some Rattata, but Arceus, for example, if your Pokemon loses all of his health, it can never be used again. I can only catch one Pokemon per route. I can't use items in battle, excluding items held by a Pokemon. I change battle style to set. I cannot level up my Pokemon more than the level of the next gym leader's Pokemon. I take a Pokemon from one route and fuse it with a Pokemon from another route. We start with 3 Pokeballs. The first one, an evil looking microwave. In the second, Geodude, who finally got his legs. In the third, Sudocrus, who is looking at me strangely. I probably take a microwave. Mine just broke. My opponent picked up a tree and hit me. Dude, my microwave couldn't handle it, but that's okay. I'll turn it into a mega oven and beat you. I took the first route. The first one I caught was a Nicholas, and I caught it successfully. I think it will be useful against rock-type Pokemon, which our microwave is weak against. At the store, the mailman gave me a Marshmallow. That's lucky, because a water ground type Pokemon only has one weakness, and that is to grass types. Together with Charmeleon, they will be very strong. On the next route, I met a trainer who released a Traplork, and he killed my Marshmallow. Oh, that's not lucky. Then he killed my entire team, turned it to dust and mixed it with mud. Oh, are you kidding me? My first Pokemon in this Nuzlocke were killed! My Pokemon simply didn't have their levels raised enough, so it doesn't really matter. In the second attempt, I looked at the first Pokeball. Well, I take him. This attempt was before the rule about fusing Pokemon from different routes. The first one I come across was Ladybug, but with a few paws. In the store, they gave me Picarot. I thought I hadn't leveled up my Pokemon enough, so I decided to go back to Route 1. I met Promcham, and he killed my Shroomlord with a clever low kick. Low kick becomes stronger when used against heavier Pokemon. We didn't take long to finish with you, but you were still a good Pokemon. It wasn't your fault, it was mine. I chose to unfuse Roserade and Pikachu. We went to the first gym. All the Pokemon here were rock type, so it should be easy. I release Roserade, he release Anorita and Kabubudu. With my Roserade, I easily win against the rock gym. I'm confident on my route, and suddenly the trainer calls me to fight. I prepare to crush him with my Pokemon, but he released the Garsect. He kills every single one of my Pokemon with one punch! I lost to a boy who was lucky enough to have a Garchomp fusion with him, but I will not despair. I'll keep trying. In this attempt, I got Magby, Typhlosion and Porygon. I always wondered why the professor would give away such dangerous Pokemon. I mean, it's literally a weapon.
Hello, kid. I want you to have dangerous creatures capable of destroying entire cities, even if you're just a kid with no sense of responsibility. Oh, kid, can you get to the store?
My first Pokemon I caught was Macargo. I don't know how good he is, but I don't get to choose. I fused them together and got Typhcargo. I found Shedinja in the forest and Lugia near Pewter City. I didn't think I was going to catch it, but I did! Fused Lugia and Shedinja together. Not a good combination, because the typing is terrible and this Pokemon has the ability Wonder Guard. This time, Brock's Pokemon were of the Dark type. Against Brock, I released Shegia, but he was immediately killed by a wing attack. And this was the third attempt. Let's get right to the attempt with some results. This time the starters were Zora, Hoot and Capini. Not the best choice, but okay. I chose Zora. My first Pokemon on my first route was Articuno. I didn't catch him, of course. I really want to. In the store, the postman gave me a Joltik and I fused it with Zora. Near the store, I got a Lantern that will be needed in the future. In the first gym, Brock has Psychic type Pokemon this time, so it's not hard to guess that I won. And the funny thing is, all of the trainers on my way to the second gym were with Psychic type Pokemon. It's almost as if the game is deliberately giving to me by watching my pathetic attempt to play. Before the next gym, I caught Klefki. I fused with Lantern. And that's how I got to the second gym. Even the first trainer has been a problem for me. First it come out is Somitor. Actually, he was a serious opponent because he was a water dark type. My Zodiac is dark electric type, so I finished with an electric attack. Spirodile comes out next. Maybe I wasn't paying attention at this time, but Spirodile is ground type. But I still use Electro Whip, and obviously it's not affected by it. He uses Sand Tomb. Zodiac has very little health left, and I tried to switch it to another Pokemon, but I can't. Because he sent back my Pokemon, I couldn't get them back, and unfortunately, he kills my Pokemon. We have one Pokemon left. I use Bubble Beam and kill him. All I had to do was switch to Lanky, but I didn't. We have one Pokemon left, but we have a chance. Because it's a dark type gym and we have a fairy type Pokemon, we can stand. I release Lanky. Kekitar comes out next. Are you serious? 2 Tyranitars? If the next Pokemon is a third Tyranitars fusion, I'm buying lottery tickets. Why him? There's so many dark type Pokemons in the game. Or was I lucky 3 times? And then there's the fusion with Groudon. Okay, never mind. The next Pokemon is Growlithe. That's how I got my second batch.